I'm sitting here talking away. I didn't even realize that my mic was muted. I'm wow. Anyways, totally forgot my mic was muted. That's awesome. I'm sitting here talking away to myself. All right. So to anyone who ended up jumping on the stream, either on YouTube or on Twitch, today's I put out a post on YouTube. If you follow me there, it said if you find me in the first 20 minutes of a stream, then yes, I'll add you to the friends list on this, and it might end up even running content with you today. So today is that day. So good luck and find me in the tower. You got about 15 minutes remaining, about 20, little less than 20, and we're gonna get rolling. Morning, good morning, good morning. We're about to get started here soon. Today's the day that if you end up finding me in the tower, I'll add to the friends list here on the SGG channel, and we will probably end up running content. So you got about so 7:05 Eastern. So one thing we are going to end up doing today is we are going to end up, actually, forgot it's the weekend, so we do have Zur available to us. So we actually got 2 different options today. But, ooh. What does this shader do? Dude. Not sure I like that one. But one thing we are going to do, we're going to be doing about 2 things today. First focus is we're going to be working on the Cull Shadow exotic weapon, and we're going to be focused on trying to complete that. So I have, and this is my first time going through, and will say I did kind of already mess up the mission, because one thing that I totally forgot to do was not clear off each indicator, or complete each indicator before I marked each one off. So I'm having to go through this blind, which is kind of fun. Real hunting like. So, and I don't think I have, okay, I do have Thorn with me at least. But while we're going through and focusing on getting the exotic weapon squared away, we're also going to be figuring out or testing out the Shinobu's Vow exotic rework. Now, on paper, the idea states, you know, gain additional skip grenade charge, skip grenade damage grants bolt charge, and gaining bolt charge grants skip grenade energy. When bolt charge is ready, you heal nearby allies and enhance your next skip grenade. So the idea behind that is we want to get bolt charge, right? Bolt charge is kind of circulates the entire build. So the idea behind that is a Spark of Ions defeating a jolted target or defeating a target with bolt charge is going to create ionic traces, and then gain increased bolt charge from all sources, and then discharge collecting ionic traces is going to grant bolt charge. We also have Spark of Shock on here in order to jolt our targets with our skip grenade. I think I saw there was a bit of tracking that happens. Oh, it does right there. Okay. A grenade that splits upon impact, creating multiple projectiles to seek target. So it's almost like we have a hunter version of the scatter grenade warlock build, nothing manacles. Right? Maybe. Also, if you're noticing that, yes, we're Shinobu's Vow is only 10 power, but this is also the old Shinobu's Vow, where the old exotic, where you had to upgrade to get your power. So we might be fixing that here in a minute. Which doesn't really know what's coming yet, so we might go ahead and just hop on over to Rahul to see can we get our hands on a better roll for Shinobu's Vow, and it looks like we can. Yeah, much better. Much better. Especially and it's super focused. Okay, yeah, this can get deleted now. Safely. Let's go and put the right shader on that. See, we had Gamekeeper on. There we go. Gamekeeper. And let's get a bit more focus on grenade. You can take a hit to class a little bit. Max that out as much as we can. Put some grenade stats on. We'll do triple firepower. So as a thought behind this too is, in order to get, since the whole exotic revolves around getting bolt charge, I'm thinking symmetry. Which dynamic charge, final blows, precision hits, build up dynamic charge, swap into Arc Seeker mode, increases damage to partially reloads the magazine. Charge Arc Seeker's hits, grant, and spend bolt charge. So this weapon generates bolt charge, is the thought. Right. So, and then grants bolt charge, getting bolt charge grants skip grenade energy. So when we gain bolt charge stacks, we will get skip grenade energy. And then in turn, also at the same time, while we're jolting targets, we'll also create ionic traces and pair that up with what we have in the exotic, where arc grenades is going to jolt targets as well. And then defeating jolted targets. There we go. Sparkle Violence, as well as Luminopetant here. We got 2 sources to get ionic traces, and all ionic traces are going to give us bolt charge. So it's all going to kind of feed into itself, right? Is the idea behind the build. So about 6 more minutes, and then we are going to get headed out. Remember, 7:05 Eastern is that cutoff time for finding me in the tower, if you're wanting to run content together today. But I'm going to come back, sit back down. Although I say that there's nobody here, but I forget I have my HUD off. Because I was doing a bit exploring yesterday. Now, putting the HUD back on. Ah, there we go. We got a couple people. A couple people at the tower. So we shall see. We shall see. So, in the meantime, some other backup ideas, because the whole focus is to jolt targets. Let's think. I mean, so, while amplified, right, we can also amplify ourselves easily, no problem with that. Arc special heavy weapons, grant blinding explosions. I don't know, I don't think so. Oh, the next question is the artifact, too. Totally forgot to take that into account. Let's see. Arc flux grenade. Nope. What do we got for the satchel? That's right. I think it didn't give much. Amplify is going to boost grenade. Alright, cool. Then we could do shock and awe. Probably bad amplitude. We have an auto rifle equipped. Defeating combatants reloads your quick weapon. And this thing with this one, there's not a lot. It says arc, but it doesn't get a lot of actual arc focus. Like even with the rest of the stuff down here too. Alright, there's another one that had bad amplitude. Or, what was it? Shock and awe, I know that. What was it? Was it this one? Oh, there's limit break. That could work. And then Horde Shuttle, Flashover. So we could go the Woven Mail route here. Yeah, I think I might do that. I think I might be doing the Woven Mail route. Which we do have Quad Vacancies on, which is going to give us Woven Mail, thanks to the fact that this is also a weapon that has Slice, right? And at the same time, too, what's going to work out fine, because we're not going to use that kinetic slot to... That way we can slot in Thorn, since we are going to be working on the Cull Shadow quest. So we can still get Woven Mail. We can still get and discharge Bolt Charge. And then if need be, swap out. But also the backup, if you don't have Symmetry. Alright, the whole focus is to be jolting targets. This is kind of a backup way of getting Bolt Charge. So we do have the Curiatus Trace Rifle, which does technically help. Sorry about that, I was yawning. Alright, a couple minutes left. Which we could slot in Lodestar. Primary Trace Rifle. I technically could slot in Darcy. because Darcy's going to jolt. The same idea as with Lucky Raspberry. Alright, and we got about 1 minute left to come and find me in the tower before we get rolling onto the moon. Anyway, who knows, if I don't come back to the tower, I might give another time frame. We'll see. All right, and with that, we are going to go ahead and get rolling. We're going to go ahead and get rolling with it. So we're shutting off the beacon, and let's get moving. All right, so let me split screen this real quick just so I can still see the map. Because as I mentioned before, the only major problem that I ran into was that I totally accidentally cleared off all of the indicators for the mission that I was running. So I'm running this entire thing blind. But that's all right. Gonna be kind of fun, right? It's gonna be fun. So thankfully, in front of me, I do have the setup of the actual map of where all the hive crystals in the are supposed to be ish, right? Or at least the path to start them. Alright, so we're going to Sorrow's Harbor because we already got the other two cleared off. Let's go ahead and jump on over and start working on getting this exotic mission done. Alright, so looks like it was somewhere right around here. Looks like around where this chest is supposed to be. So let's go and head towards the chest. Oh wait, that's right. I remember this one. That was found. Oh. Okay, so there's a glower. Although the initial one he was up here. Or damn, I need to find the first one. If I find the first one, they'll tell me like the actual direction I'm supposed to go. There he is. I think. Yep, there he is. Alright. Toward a sorrowful revelation. And then down that way. And then you see him over there. Okay, there's another one over there. Alright, I think the idea with this with trying to track down the Cabal is you want to get some height. Because, yeah, right now, this is a bit of the tricky part, is not exactly seeing, unless I'm playing the video, which I don't want to do yet. Which I might be doing here soon. Oh, that took him out, no problem. Because I know it's over, because I know that body's over there. So, next question. I wonder if it's down here. I don't remember this path. I feel like Gandalf. I have no memory of this place. Which I don't think this is it. I have a feeling this is not it. Oh no, this is where that battleground took place. This is definitely not it. This is where you loaded to the moon for the first time. Still loading. Alright, so...
Greetings, Palm of the Queen.
How good is this tracking? Well, I will say that, yeah, Shinobi's Vow is definitely starting to get up there now. That's for sure. Alright, so I know the last one was right there. Wait a minute, I see green over here. Alright, let's get some height up here. Alright, cause right there, that was the first, that's the next one. I'm trying to figure out where the next one's supposed to be is. Which might be looking back at a video. Not gonna lie. Oh wait, there's one right here. Wasn't glowing green, but hey, you know what? Wait a minute. Sorrowful Revelation is what it was. K1 Revelation. Ah, okay. Is this the right way to go? I'm seeing some distortion in here. Over there. Shinobi's Vow, man. This is insane right here. The grenade down there. Down there. Alright, I am actually curious about one thing, though, because I know that, I mean, I haven't fully leaned in, I'm just exploring and playing around right now, but I am curious because I know there's that, I think, element of coalescence. Or no, it's Curative Orbs I'm looking for. Curative Orbs. Because at Curative Orbs, every single time I pick up a element of pickup, it gives us a small amount of health, like right here. And we have Arc's energy. Okay, so let's try this out, okay? Arc sources deal increased damage to blind targets. Not much synergy here. So maybe have to lean into the stasis side of things. Maybe. I don't want to say, or grenade launcher it. Arc weapon, precision hits, consume armor charge, trigger blinding burst. So that would work with what we're running right now. Against weakened targets. Could give us Devour. Let's see. Means grenade launcher, damage to boss, combatant, or champion, breaking combatant shield, reloads said weapon, and weakens the combatant. So we could get on that with, could put on Devour and Trace Evidence. So the few times that we get Devour, right, we still have Cure to Orbs. Every time we pick up a Tangle, not Tangle, Ionic Trace, we get that healing. Rapid precision hits on final blows. Affected by Jolt or Blind will generate Ionic Traces. Oh, we have another way to get Ionic Traces. And Ionic Traces grant armor charge. Oh, that's good. That's good right there. So we do want a grenade launcher on. So let's see, do we have an arc grenade launcher that'll work? Not that. What? That's a 7th Seraph machine gun. Not a grenade launcher, though. Let's see. I wonder what filters do we have for the actual... Because I've never actually done this before. Done the filter for the weapons. Alright, so we got a filter for heavy. Do we damage type? We do arc. Hey, look at that. But no grenade launchers. Okay, so... Let's see. Alright, so let's take off arc. And... Here we go. Archetype. Grenade launcher. Alright, so we got some for stasis, and we got some for solar. Let's see. From melee final blows to defeating targets with weapon. I don't know about that. A full court. Yeah, maybe this one. We'll try this one. Alright, so we're not getting the woven mail route, but that's okay, because we are that takes advantage of the grenade launchers if I actually have the right artifact on. Alright, so let's give it a shot. Actually, back to what we were fully doing. Oh yeah, I forgot we still have the Ascension on too. What's that? Necklace scrap. What is that? What the mess is necklace scrap? And there's one more wizard somewhere over here. Because we do have... Get that bolt charge going off. Get energy going. Alright, looks like I need to take out the boss. Possibly. It's gonna be really bad if I run this whole lost sector and realize it's not even it. This isn't even the place I'm supposed to be at. I think we just did like 3 grenades there. Like, even though we only have 2 grenade charges with skip grenade, I think we just did 3 grenade charges there because of how much bolt charge. But yeah, look at the grenade charge. There's 3. All right, Shinobi's Vows put in the work now. So long as you have enemies, you will have a grenade in this build. This is insane. I'm totally making a build. I'm totally making a video off of this. This is crazy. Alright, Dreambane grips. Okay, so now the lost sector is cleared. We do need to actually figure out where we're supposed to go, to be honest. That is... I just got myself stuck. Alright. So... we need to go find that next hotspot. Which, do I have necklace rack still in my inventory? No, where? What even was that? Huh. Well, okay. It's down here. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. Alright, so... I wonder if there's another primary that I have Jolt for. Trickle charge, overflow. No, that's not overflow, that's rampage. There we go. That is backup that we can put on Thorn. And, alright, so we're looking for Asterisk, Table, and Camera. There we go. Asterisk. Wrong asterisk. Are we going bottom down on this one? Or bottom up? Nope, still going top down. Nope. What a mess. Get out of here, Scions. This become my new. This will quickly become one of my new favorite builds. This is crazy. Okay. Are there more symbols somewhere that I'm not getting? Maybe that was it. Yeah, there's more symbols. Okay, and then 2 top table. That's not it. And then hamburger. There we go. There's the next crystal. All right, there is the third one. Now we gotta get number 4. All right, so number 4 looks like it's gonna be somewhere over. The indicator is somewhere over here, so let's go ahead and go back to Sarah's Harbor. And head on down here. Alright. So remember that first guy was down. Hello. Alright. So remember that first guy was down here. I believe. Yep, there he is. Alright, let's go ahead and get him. Nocturnal Chamber. Alright, well, I'm gonna guess... Alright, so I'm guessing this is gonna be one we're gonna have to follow the breadcrumbs. So I saw the other Cabal back there. Starting to run down this way. There's the next one. Alright. There's the next one. Okay, so where from here? Okay, there's only one way to go from here. Alright, so that makes me to the right. Okay, I'm not seeing any Cabal in here. Which is going to make a wrong turn somewhere. Oh, wait, no. Cabal's right there. Where did I come in from, then? Did I come in from right here? Yes, I did. Okay. Alright, so there's the next Cabal. Which means there's no other entrance up there except for down here. There's the next one. There's the next one. And there's the next one. Alright. There's the next one. I see green up here. There's the next one. Guess up and over. Well, you know what? We ought to update the name of this stream, honestly. Because we're not exactly doing what I said we were gonna do. There we go. Yeah, it's not exactly chill day. We're just trying to find the dang gun. Alright, cool. There we go. Back to it. Alright, so looks like up there. There's a lot more up here. Oh, wait, no. I came in this way. Because, yeah, there's the hive. And looks like I gotta go this way. Probably did that intentionally. Yep. Go. Why is it? Oh, yeah. That's right. Because Ascension got reworked to where the higher your class stat, the more damage it's going to do. Maybe it's supposed to be done this way. This is a very long track. Ah, it did say chamber. So we must be in the right place. What is new tricks? Okay. Alright, yeah. Oop. There you go. Alright. This should be the last one. And then move on to the next step. Now, what symbol is that? God damn. Look at broken table. Call that. There. Then. And hands up. There you are. There's hands up. And last but not least, curve table. Curve table. There we go. Ooh. Yay. Alright, cool. So, let's go get back to Charles Harbor and check out what this new signal is, and let's not clear it off until we actually complete the entire sequence. So for damage purposes, though, we probably should keep on Thorn, just in case. Probably keep on Thorn just in case. All right, get that tracking going. She said underneath the bridge. The Scarlet Key. It's gonna be over here. Because here's the bridge. There might be the entrance to it down here. Hey, there's under the bridge. There's a sparrow, which means it's gotta go somewhere. Ooh, okay. What is this? Do we have hive symbols around here? We do have hive symbols around here. They're small, but we do have hive symbols around here. I just saw one. Okay, so in order. Got it. Alright, so there's that one. Are they all in that room? Alright, forget it. There's the mission. Alright, anyways. Alright, time to go exploring this mission for the first time. Alright. What in the world? What are they drilling down there? Oh, so I'm loving that Star Wars music right now. Get that split screen going again.
Good to see you back in the field, Guardian. Thanks to your work with the syndicates, we prevented the worst of the Dredgen's plans. It was a joy seeing Bale laid low, but I'm afraid he's not done yet. Dredgen's cells are still festering across the system. That brings me to the objective at hand. An antique weapon of sorrow, held by the hive nearby. According to the Praxic archives, it belonged to an infamous Dredgen of old. An heirloom of sorts. They've got the syndicates out searching for ancient weapons, or the means to build new ones. Beat the syndicates to that weapon of sorrow, and keep it out of Dredgen hands. With your tenacity and my insight, we'll cleanse this system in Praxic fire.
Okay. Sabotage the drilling operation. Alright. So, I'm gonna guess. Hey, look, there's a hole. Jump down the hole. Ouch.
Honor Mahal. My favorite Praxic bootlicker. Here to steal Cole's legacy for yourself.
We're not here for legacy. We're here to protect the system from madmen like you.
You subjugate
So looks like I work my way down.
and then blame those you cast in the shadow. I'm the latest in a long line of liberators.
Can I fall down there?
With the strength of
Okay, I can't fall down here. Nice.
will emancipate humanity.
Should I have fallen down here? We'll see.
They've already cut through the perimeter defenses. Disable that drill!
Ah, okay, I can fall down here. Yay! Ooh, what's this? What's that? Hello, worm.
Scans show a single ghost in the center of the facility, where all the soul fire coalesces. But I don't see a light bearer with it. The ghost is just idling there. I'll send it an encrypted ping and see if I get anything back.
Alright, so we got the heavy hitters now. Yep, because we're not one-shotting enemies with Thorn. Alright, so the launch pad up there towards something. Either we have to get something over here, or we're just going to go and launch. No, there's enemies this way, so gamers rule of thumb, go after the enemies. Hey, you look important. You're an engineer. No, Horser. Override safety protocols. That sounds like a good idea. Cooling pillars. Again, that sounds like a great idea. Let's destroy the giant drill. Nope. That's not turned on. Thank you for Ascension. Oh, hey, that shoots. I don't know what that is, but that takes damage. Are you a third one? There's a third one. There's a fourth one, too. Are these the cooling pillars? They look... Yep, they are the cooling pillars. Nice. Okay. Alright, that's one, which means there's two others, and that's going to be easier now to know what they look like. Which I'm going to guess... Are you up there? Might be something up there. And I cannot stand on you, I don't think. No, I can. Good. Alright, let's see if we can run this up. Oh no, it's turned on now. Okay, cool. So run back and do the launch pad. Alright, and there's cooling tower and the engineer. I about threw myself off the map. It's okay. I say engineer, it's enforcer. Let's get that jolt going. Good. Alright. And then good. That's rude. You come back for another pass? Come on, come back for another pass. Got him. I go ahead and take that damage. Get the grenade damage. Oh, rude. I'm not even using my heavy. I'm not even using my dang heavy. Okay. Alright, turn it off. Alright, so we get the fuses destroyed and then get the cooling tower done. Alright, so next fuse. There's one. There's two. And where's the third one? Who's shooting at me? Boy, get out of here. Alright. If there's two around here, the third one might be around here or it's hiding. There's three. And then for the cooling tower, There's 2, and there's 3 scions. And come on. There you go. Come on. Oh, 4 scions. There we go. Alright. Now for the cooling tower's right here. Yes, of course, new enemies are going to spawn. Get that tracking going. Come on. Open up. You can do it. There you go. Nice. And there's number 4. Oh, no you don't. You ain't gonna jump me off. Alright. So what was it that I had? It's gonna weaken combatant. Oh, oops. Come on. Who's shooting at me? You are. Hey, you're supposed to be in the line of fire. Come on. Okay. Thank you. Alright, so now look back at the artifact. Rapid arc weapon precision hits. Okay, so arc weapon precision hits are going to do that. Alright, well, I'm not seeing anything we need the Weapon of Sorrow on for. So I'm going to put Symmetry back on for now. Just because it's going to tie in with the Bolt Charge, which is with the new Skip Grenade upgrades. And is the next launch pad on? I know I saw it earlier. Oh no, the cooling tower's right here. Oh good, so we ain't gotta go far. I'm about to say, I know that's slow. Boop. And there's that. Awesome.
So, it's Dredgen Cole's old weapon they're after. He was a friend of the Drifter, back when they were both shadows of yore. Cole fell in the Ascendant Plane. The Hive must have claimed it after his
Overload the laser.
The darkness in this place is overwhelming. Whatever happens in there, whatever Bale says, don't forget about Tharsis.
Looks like I'm gonna jump on the rock right here and make our way up here. Maybe. Hey, there we go. Nope, maybe not. Maybe. Alright. Which I believe leads nowhere. Although, nope, can't be shot. Alright, so typically if we're overloading something, requires control command center, and that looks like command center over there, and I just saw enemies over there. Gaming Logic 101, go to where the enemies are, because that's where you need to be. You look important. Are you immune? No, you're not immune. You're just tanky. Warning, overload. Oh, this looks pretty. I feel like I could have done more with that. But now this is turned on. Oh, I missed the objective. Breach the Hive Fortress. Whee! Floor's lava. I'm looking at that, I'm like, that looks hot.
That's because once ordinary people master the darkness, able to defend themselves, to rule themselves.
Alright, try that again.
What do you know about the people?
They deserve to defend themselves against all threats, including the Vanguard.
Oh my word, you're like pouring in, literally. Oh, nope, not down that way. Okay. Do we break gamer logic here? Because down there is enemies. There's like a whole maze down here. Goodness gracious. Is that something we can turn on? Alright, that's nothing. That's just, I feel like I just went down this way. Pretty sure that's the way that I died. Here's something new. Whoa. Okay, so there are two... I have an idea. If this whole mission's around weapons and star, I think I need to put Thorn back on. Because I know the whole mission, nothing's... it doesn't show up if you don't have Thorn on. Or if you don't have a weapon and star on. So probably need to get Thorn back on to figure out what those do. In which case, there is one earlier. That opens up something. It must open. It's got to open up to something. Which means I have to go back to where I came. Goodness gracious. Yep, dark hole. This literally is a maze here. There's the dark hole. Yep, that's the dark hole. But there is a hole back here.
Now reply to that ping on the wayward ghost. But interestingly, its energy signature cycles every few minutes. I think it's trying to revive someone. There might be a light bearer trapped inside.
Or it's the Cull.
Light is able to get them out.
Because if the Dredgen are just like wayward guardians, it might be the Cull he's trying to revive. Alright, so this is that room that I found that one guy in. I don't want to say it, but I might be consulting a guide video here in a second because I am starting to get stumped. Now, if the target was to go down... That's right, that's where I fell before. This leads back to the entrance outside. So now the stubbornness in me doesn't want to look at a guide video, but I'm wanting to figure this out, but I'm not seeing any sort of interaction with, like, anything. I have Thorn back on, so I'm checking all my bases. I did find that wayward worm. That shoots something, I think. That's just a pit. I know that. Oh, because we're right above that. Okay. So those two tunnels are interconnected. And what about this side? All right. Maybe instead of down, we need to go up? No, that doesn't make any sense, though, because there's openings. Well, something's shooting at me. Oh, okay. Needed to go up. So I don't know what all that was down there. Wonder if it has to do something with the catalyst.
Oh, it's pathetic. Six gave me the power to reforge the system, to see the shape of things to come. A future free from the tyranny of light.
Well, unfortunately, with the state of the game, I think he may have won.
The future unfolds in my mind. It's the crown my patron gifted me. You, though, you have no idea what is to come. I envy your ignorance, your freedom. You fall without knowing how close the ground is. I know every inch of the way down.
Yeah, I know you're shooting me. Cursor all there, cursor all there. Although I think I just walked in there. Hey, stop it. Oh no, I could. I had to go up and over. Nice. No.
I think I've identified the trapped light bearer. One Clouda Moran. Warlock. Went missing in this AO years ago. She was on the Praxic watch list as a potential dredgen. Could be
Ooh.
one of Bale's earliest recruits.
Alright, I'm looking something up real quick. Are the profane worms... Yeah. I'm gonna look into that later because what I just read makes no sense. Alright. So we might need to keep on progressing forward, perhaps. As opposed to up, because don't see much way more going up, but I've taken out every enemy on my way up. I started down there. So probably need to keep on going. Just jumping these lanterns. Maybe. There's an enemy icon somewhere around here. Nope. Definitely not down there. Definitely not. Wait. Aha! Don't fall off the edge. Alright, so look at a tunnel going down this way.
Understand by now the only truth.
Whoa.
Power decides. Brutality creates the world you want. So, you want to stop me? Last one standing makes the call, false weapon.
That was cool looking. Oh, that's why I just came. Although I don't think there's any other way. So I have to go back. Nope. I did go back that way because that way it did trigger something. That way triggered Dredge and Bale to show up. Okay, so how do I get through the door? Clearly there's a way through somehow. Yeah, there's no enemies down here. Did I miss something on my way in? This part's getting more and more confusing. Checking something out real quick. Ah, okay. Totally missed that. Totally missed the fact there's a crack in the floor right here that you're supposed to go down. Alright, so one hint. One hint thus far. I was starting to, and then I said, nope, I've discovered it. But one hint so far to complete this mission. For a for running in this blind, not bad, I don't think. I got some more enemies, part I'm good at. Alright, so we came up here, came in here, and then we exit out this way to go towards the enemies. Awesome.
False weapon, what you seek is mine by right, created through the pain and sacrifice of the drudges before me. Just like the soul fire that powers this facility. That's what your Vanguard says, isn't it? Devotion, bravery, etc.
Soul fire doesn't create. It only corrupts. Just like the Dredgen.
Probably should have saved that, but, you know. Bruh. Soulfire Vessel. He wasn't going down. Okay, Soulfire Charge. These are glowing. Oh, okay, cool. So get the Soulfire Charge and light the beacons. Alright, cool. Enemies down this way. Nice. Just dropping in from above like the bugs they are. Where are you at? I saw you down here. Where you go? There you are. Yeah. Chuck a grenade. Woo, we got some wizards up here. Let's throw a grenade up there. Wait. Fine, second grenade up there. There we go. Oh, trigger charge works great on this. Okay, so you have to pull the finisher. Interesting. Alright.
Soul fire is gaining intensity. I can feel it. Screaming. Call's weapon must be nearby. I know this has been ugly, but we're almost through.
Sure, I'll take all that energy back. Goodness gracious. Is the door open? Door's not open. Which is going to be interesting, because I know I'm going to have to run all the way out here in order to get that. And with barely enough time that I made before. Yep, we're not making that. Alright, so instead we're going to do, why I still have solar weapons search on, I don't know. But we're going to tack on triple movement to increase movement speed. And I'm sitting here rocking like abysmal stats or like whatever. I haven't modded up my chest yet. I don't need that on, which means I can do this. Nice. Alright. Which I may or may not have to throw on Stompies either. Temporarily. Because Stompies boost movement speed, and with enemies being over there, we're going to have to run. And Ascension ain't going to be enough. None of that. Oh, there's an ogre. Alright, there we go. Chuck some grenades in there. Chuck some more grenades. You get a grenade. You get a grenade. You get a grenade. Ready? Run! Oh, we're good. It's that close. Don't miss. Alright, doors open. And let's go ahead and tack on this. Put a one slot, and then we're definitely putting on this. Yeah, we're good there. Alright, I think we're good for combat. Alright, cool. Let's do it.
There it is, Guardian. Secure the weapon of sorrow.
Dang! Well, you know what? I'm not seeing a need. I'm not seeing any Weapon of Sorrow hits, so we're going to do Symmetry. And it looks like he has a health bar. Oh, what? What? Oh, come on. Of course, you know, it wasn't that easy. Yep, need a soul fire charge probably again. I need to find that soul fire charge somewhere. Because I'm not able to take out the, Definitely gotta keep moving though, that's for sure. That's creepy. There it is. Get that soul fire charge up, and then take out the probably take out the crystal or the lamp like it was before. All the way across the map.
They're overloading. They can't handle all that power. Remind you of anyone?
This thing just gets its own grenades. Like, if you land all the shots, you get your own grenades, essentially. Soulfire detonation imminent. Alright. So then... I have to get that next Soulfire crystal out of one of these rooms somewhere. Oh, it's a hive. It's a spawner. Oh, he's back here. Nice. Okay. All right.
Our futures are set. False weapon. You and I are destined to endlessly sharpen one another.
Look at all those ionic traces.
Fine. And kill again. If my benefactor escapes, perfection is left.
Goodness gracious, this Shinobu's vow is crazy now. Like, you have a high enough grenade stat, you'll be dealing some serious damage. Because, like, you don't need to get final blows. This grenade hits are giving... Yeah, see, there he goes. There he is. And with that, we got the Cold Shadow. We got the Cold Shadow. Alright, let's go and put this back on. We had an open slot. Cold Shadow. Got it. Creates profane wisdom.
Call's weapon. I wonder how many final deaths it's dealt. Normally I'd seal it away in a praxic vault, but that's the kind of thinking that empowered Bale in the first place.
Alright, final blows are rapid hits of this weapon's frontal blades.
Why learn?
Heal you. Oh, they heal you. Oh, man. Okay, that's good to know. And provides soulfire charges, which cause rounds fired with this weapon to inflict potent corruption. These sort of blades deal increased damage to targets afflicted by corruption. Targets afflicted by corruption from soulfire charges coalesces soulfire crystals. When defeated, crystals detonate into damaging when destroyed. And we got 4 catalysts, just like the Praxic Blade. Alright, so it looked like we got... Hey, something's shooting me. Alright. Guess we're taking this out for a test drive. And I can see how this is going to pair up nicely with Warlock. Okay, well... I'll take a minute to get up here. If at all. Alright, so... Not yet found. Alright, so destroy Soulfire crystals with its weapon frontal blades, provides Soulfire charge and partially reloads the magazine preserves. Crystals expel potent corruption. When destroyed, automatically detonate when targets with close proximity. That sounds good. Nearby Soulfire crystals detonation increases damage resistance and movement speed while this weapon is equipped. That also sounds good for the melee portion. Nearby Soulfire crystal detonations causes its frontal blade. Oh, okay, that might be good. Although I think that might be overkill with necrotic grips for the Warlock. Alright, so the next step, because I haven't seen really anybody talk about this except for Rick Cacus, which I'm not about to go into a 45-minute long video. But how to get Call Shadow Catalyst. Okay, so it says don't kill the boss, but we need to. We need to just for the mission's sake, which means we might be having to run this again just for the fact of getting the catalysts. Break 3 hive runes with Weapon of Sorrow in the correct order to open a secret book. But I don't see any hive runes. After the boss, head outside the room to the braziers and climb to the tower on the left. At the top, grab the book and return to the boss room. Okay, so let's try that. Oh, hello. Alright, so climb the tower to the left. The top, grab the book, and return to the boss room. How far are we supposed to climb? Apparently too high. Maybe we... on the wrong tower? Because there's a tower out there. What mission is this called? Why is it... You know what? I wonder if it's saying that because we're near it. I wonder if we're near it. Problem is, I don't know what this looks like. Craze, profane, wisdom. You know what? There it is over there. That's an indicator to tell me I'm going the right way. Oh, we're not going to miss that drop. So you can still get these after. That's why it allows Fire Team Consent to leave. Alright, so then... So we get special ammo. Now do we just unlock the catalyst? Okay, so with soul fire charges. Okay, so I'm wondering if those braziers that we saw at the very beginning, towards the beginning of the mission, after we get in the tunnel, unlocks from Cold Shadow. Possibly. Hey, there's the runes. Cool, so we can get a second book now, too. Aha, hence the icon going off. Okay, so the question is where? I see the runes. I saw the runes on the wall over there. There they are over there, too. Okay, so where's the door that unlocks it? Okay, there's the door. Alright, cool. So, circle table. Which we're might want to switch the thorn for this. No, actually, it's got to be this one. Alright, so circle table. There's that one. Then A. Not that one. That one. And then table legs. Nice. There we go. Oh, cool. Wait, what? Launch exotic mission soul fed? What did I just do? I mean, cool. We just got a catalyst, but what did I just do? Delve deeper.
Guardian, you secured Dredge and Cull's weapon of sorrow.
Okay, there's a round 2 to this.
Around the stronghold. Press deeper into the fortress and figure out what Bale is after. The Drifter and I will run support.
I know old men have said this since the dawn of time, but damn kids these days got no respect. Back when I was a dredging, we weren't against the light. Just the folks who outlawed the darkness. But that punk kid Bale's got the outer nine in him now.
And we have the Nine's weapon on point. Good hunting, Guardian.
This unlocks. Okay. Alright, cool. After the boss, head outside the room of the braziers, climb tower to the left, far right. Find a hive sealed door, break through runes. Okay, this unlocks Ablation Soulfeds. 1 minute. Okay, Ablation Soulfed, light braziers with soulfire charges to spawn worms. Then throw them at soulfire crystals to open paths. In one section, instead of activating the crystal, drop onto bowls under the doorway, jump through the arch, and activate the mechanism to open a door. At the bottom of the pit, grab another book like and Bloodline. After defeating the final 3 bosses, interact with the book in the middle of the arena to get Soulfire Rancor.
They're using soul fire to power industrial machinery. Its death has an energy source. The Natanauts have confirmed it can fuel hive bioenergetics. Looks like it can power weapons of sorrow as well. If Bale can utilize soul fire, he can forge guardian killers. He didn't need Cole's weapon. He needs the blueprint. With that, he can make an arsenal.
The false weapon rides, shooting mindlessly wherever they're pointed. The betrayer. The walking dead man himself. I'm standing over your corpse as we speak.
Ooh. You wish, kid. The 9 got you all turned around. You ain't built for 2.
Just throw it in the hole. Okay, cannot go down that way. Okay, so we can go back into the hole from which we came, because I just locked myself out. Oh no, there's a way in. Okay. Alright, cool. So, looks like gotta take the worm and go back that way. Go through the hole here. Cannot run out of time on the worm, or else it's gonna hurt. Go through and chuck it. Nice.
The soul fire is siphoning underground, piping into a colossal reserve beneath us. There are
Oh.
veins throughout the moon. Storage chambers, transmission works. This isn't just a storage system. They've built a forge.
Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, good news is we ain't gotta worry about anything here. Alright, and we're back. Cool. What is that? Oh, it's a wheel. Interesting. Alright, so... question is how to get out of here. Alright, well... I hope I don't just get myself stuck somewhere. Nope, that didn't do anything. And that's a blaze, so I can't do anything there. Oh, there's a hole up there.
Take it all in, false weapon. Your inevitable end. Six and I want you to see this.
He's clearly looking for another way to strike us. Soulfire must be his next play. I almost respect the grit. He took more than his hand from him.
Do. Alright. I got Soulfire charged, means I gotta find something and not die. I'm about to lose the charge. This is a weird weapon of sorrow, man. Alright, there's... okay, so yeah, there's the guy. Now, where's the brazier that I have to light? Because that's a little more important than finding out where the guy is at. There it is. Cool. Now, can you come over here to me? Or do I have to go over to you? Okay, so across the bridge. Hello. There you are. Alright, got the Soulfire charge. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and make the jump. 1, 2. Get the Ascension. Awesome. And light it. Alright, pick up the worm. Missed that worm. Totally missed that. Alright, something's opening. Something has opened for sure. I heard it. Hey, let's open down there. Which we need the worm for. Oh, man. Not a lot on today. Alright, well, we might be coming back for these. I'll be honest, because I'm gonna do some research on this, and instead of trying to take the entire time streaming, trying to find the catalyst. Point being, we got our hands on the brand new Cold Shadow, so there is that. But I mean, not much else that I would be doing today, to be honest. I mean, we got the build idea down too, because Shinobi's Vow might be topping Lucky Raspberry for sure. Because especially the fact that Bolt Charge, or when Bolt Charge is ready, you heal nearby allies and enhance your next Skip Grenade. Like Skip Grenade, like there, if you're running content, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be switching this to. I mean, Gunner works is fine. Maybe even Grenadier or Demolitionist. Probably Demolitionist, so we can keep on cycling that melee. But like, I think we pumping. Well, no, we do need at least a decent melee stat. But we can probably knock some points off of. Maybe some points off melee. Pump more into grenade if we can. I mean, because we could probably even do double grenade font to boost that grenade, because it's not so much the Orbs of Power that we need, really. Like, sure, they're helpful, but if we have on Elemental Charge, and especially if we put on Arc Weapon Surge, right? So let's say if we put on Seventh Seraph, right? Or just any weapon, to be honest. And we put on Symmetry. Okay, Symmetry can generate Bolt Charge on its own, which again helps with the synergy for the weapon end itself. Like, and then we have on double grenade font. That's going to push our grenade into the plus 40, so 155 range, which is going to be doing a whole lot more damage, and especially the fact too that since it can generate itself so long as we're getting Bolt Charge and and we're jolting, like that in itself is ridiculousness. Like, this Archunter build is insanity. For certain. See if there's anything in here that actually gives me a plus grenade. Nope. Alright. We definitely overload. We definitely overload, that's for certain. Any way to cause blind. Arc Weapon precision hits consume an armor charge and trigger a blinding burst at target's location. That might work with Symmetry then, because that would stop Unstoppables. Which technically, right, we already have a barrier. So we could slot in this right here. Oh my gosh, this is just sitting in my... This is Bait and Switch. An Envious Arsenal. And Incandescent. And Elemental Homing. I'm locking this. This is a 3-tier. And it says, like, great rolls. What does this do? Bonus grenade stat. And aggregate charge. Okay. We're actually going to put this one on. Because this one gives us plus grenade stat, too. Alright, let's run some high-end content. Let's see what we can do. I think actually most importantly though, can we still get into the exotic mission? Yes, we can. Good. It's right there. Ablation Bloodline. Awesome. Alright, that's good to know. That's good to know. Alright, so with that said then, let's see what we can run. Just a heads up, we might be ending this thing a bit early because I think my daughter is starting to wake up. We'll see. But I'm going to go mute for now.